let's talk about one of the biggest problems and the biggest issues with the Switch 2 currently. Hopefully this is an issue that's going to change in the near future, like very near future, let's hope. But basically this all stems from Mario Tennis Fever. Now this game received a 77 Metascore, which is not bad. Like that's not bad at all. 77 is still pretty good. It's almost 80, but it isn't, 90, where a lot of people just expect any Nintendo games to go. Now I'm not trying to have this video being like me complaining. I'm just bringing up the whole, issue that a lot of people are talking about on the internet right now about this specifically. So obviously we have some amazing Metascores here for literally just the Switch 2 exclusive. Now this includes first party and third party games. So like obviously Legend of Zelda, but then we have Hollow Knight, which is not a first party Nintendo game, but Donkey Kong Bonanza, awesome game. That game is very deserving of this score. And the point of this whole video is saying like stuff like this, like Donkey Kong Bonanza and even Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, whatever. These are games that are very unique and extremely thought through, like thoroughly built to the point where they are just so unique, and if any other gaming company tries to copy them, they're going to realize and recognize that. You see, one of the biggest things with Nintendo, like if you know Nintendo at all, their quality control is amazing. They seemingly never drop games that are not up to standard. Like they have a extremely high standard, and they always want to make sure that their games are something to remember. Also, side note, Mario Kart World somehow received an 86, which that's a pretty good score. I don't think it deserves an 86. I would say this is probably more in the 70s to me personally. Very fun game. I definitely played Mario Kart World a lot, but boy is an 86 high for that game. That's crazy. Now, a lot of people are concerned because a lot of Switch 2 first party titles seemingly are in the 70s. Like a lot of these titles keep coming out to be in the high 70s typically, which, still isn't bad at all. But it kind of concerns people for the future of Nintendo. We have somebody asking Nate the Hate if there are games that he is looking forward to that have not talked about yet. Nate the Hate said a couple. So that means a couple big games are in the works right now. I mean, obviously that makes sense because Nintendo at all times, 24/7, they're working on something, right? Like they gotta be working on something brand new. Could be Mario, Zelda, Yoshi, I don't know, Donkey Kong, whatever the heck they're working on, which is good. Like that means that they're gonna be revealing some big stuff soon. We also haven't talked about leaks recently about a big new 3D Mario game coming out sometime soon, sometime this year specifically, with a Nintendo Direct soon, very soon, like within the next month or so, which is not necessarily the point of this whole video talking about the Nintendo Direct leaks, but the point I'm trying to make here is, why do these Nintendo first party Switch 2 games keep getting scores in the 70s? Because 70s are still great. Time and time again, people are finding that these games that are being in the 70s just aren't as fun. Like they're not the typical Nintendo games that they want to play. Like Mario Tennis Fever as another quick example, right? A lot of people are saying that the storyline is way too short. It's not really a game that you're going to be putting like 100 hours into, and it's $70. $70 for another Mario Tennis game. We've had a lot of them. I don't know how many, but we've had a lot of them. And $70, bro, that is crazy. Like that should be a game that's like 60. And I've seen and heard other people on like Reddit and just on Twitter, whatever, talking about how like, yo, if this game was, I don't know, maybe 30, 40, 50 bucks even, that'd be a lot better because you're not really like that much into it really, investment wise. And a lot of people obviously have, been reviewing the game and saying that it's fun, but also check out this video from Plain Rock Vlogs, which is kind of funny that he's posting this, but they use a ton of reused animations in Mario Tennis Fever from Mario Tennis Aces, which is kind of crazy if you're building a new game from the ground up. It makes it feel like it's not as unique, like it's not a brand new game. It feels like kind of just a reskin of Mario Tennis Aces. Now, I haven't actually played Mario Tennis Fever. I would like to try it out. I don't think I'm going to be buying it anytime soon, personally, but let me know if you guys have actually played it. Like, let me know if you like it. Just let me know your thoughts about it because the reused animation is pretty crazy to me. A lot of people have been pretty disappointed with, I would say, most Switch 2 exclusive game, with the exception of, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I guess I'd say Kirby Air Riders. I mean, look at Dragon Drive, which was a launch title. That game does not have good reviews, like, at all from anybody. I haven't actually tried that game. I would be down to try it. It looks interesting. So maybe Kirby Air Riders getting a 79 is a little surprising. I haven't played this game yet, but it looks very fun, and a lot of people love this game. So I'm a little surprised this got a 70. But anyways, let's talk about Pokopia. Now, I don't talk about Pokemon on the channel because I actually have a main channel where I specifically talk about Pokemon stuff, but that game is coming out soon, and that game has had a demo. Like, people went to the UK and actually played this game, and people love it. People are saying that this game is very fun. It's getting really good reviews, and I'm very curious to see what the Metascore is going to be for this game. And I want to bring this up too. Metascore doesn't mean everything. A game could still be amazing. It could still be your favorite game that you've ever played with a low Metascore. Like, the Metascore is just a stupid score. It doesn't truly mean if a game is good or not. Well, okay, sometimes it does, but overall, like, if it has a relatively high Metascore to like even above 40, you know, you can still find an amazingly fun game that has a 40 Metascore, right? But Pokopia having all these good reviews and stuff, this game's coming out soon. The rumors were that this is a $70 game as well, or was it 80, bro? Either way, 70 or 80 bucks, this game better be big. It better be a good game. It better last long time too. Like, this better be a game that I could put in at least 50 hours into, you know, to make that money worth it. Because, bro, video games are not cheap nowadays, bro. Just imagine in 10 more years, man, we're going in a crazy direction with these prices. But anyways, with that being said, how will this next big 3D Mario game score? Will it be a 95? Because if it's the next big 3D Mario game, like, you know, Mario Odyssey level of 3D Mario, it's gotta be good, right? I mean, look at Mario Odyssey. This has an amazing score, an amazing 97, plus the user score is almost a 10. Like, that's crazy. So I would really hope that the next big 3D Mario game would also hopefully receive at least a 94. I mean, that'd be crazy if the next 3D Mario game got anything in the 70s. I want to know your thoughts and opinions about this, though. Like, do you think that a 70 is good or bad? Like I said, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's not bad at all, actually. I think it's pretty good. But it's a C, right? A 70% is a C, if you guys, you know the grade book. And C's are good, but they're not amazing. They're not pushing the boundary. And I want to reiterate, you know, I'm not trying to complain. I'm personally still happy with a lot of Nintendo games. I play a lot of games that have a low Metacritic score, and I still have a lot of fun with them. So with that being said, let's move on. This game is pretty interesting. God of War Sons of Sparta, very, very interesting. So this was a shadow drop from PlayStation today, and it looks very interesting. Low-key, I actually want to play this game. It looks pretty cool. And I think this was specifically the game that people thought was actually going to be releasing on the Switch. So apparently it's not going to be on the Switch too. I really wish it was. This would be a perfect game to be dropping on the Switch. I mean, just look at the gameplay. You're telling me that this would not be a good handheld game? It totally would. And Mike Odyssey saying no God of War game would ever be released on the Switch. I mean, I agree, but this would have been the game. Like, bro, I just think this would be fun to play on the Switch too. Like I said, I'm probably going to play it on the PlayStation. Let me know how you guys think about this. And let me know how you're feeling about the future of Nintendo games, because it almost seems like sometimes they focus way more on like the big titles, which makes sense, but sometimes like the smaller titles, like the sports games, it almost feels like they don't care as much. Like, they do care, but they just don't seemingly go to the extra step to make it something extremely new or extremely exciting, if that makes any sense. Anyways, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications if you want all things Nintendo news, leaks, and update. And if you're watching this far in the video, comment down below tennis in honor of Mario Tennis. Why not? Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.
Someone